Next News, breaking news.
Tonight, the Clinton machine is back under a blazing spotlight after a newly highlighted 91-page document release tied to Senator Chuck Grassley blew the lid off of old allegations that many Americans were told to forget. We're talking about Uranium One, Russia, Boeing, Haiti, Huma Abedin, and a trail of FBI and DOJ decisions that look very different now that President Trump's back in the White House and the old gatekeepers are no longer in control. Yes, the question is no longer whether there were red flags. The question is, who stopped this from becoming a real investigation, and why were the rules so different for Hillary Clinton than for Donald Trump? Now, this matters because equal justice is not some luxury item for cable news panels. It's the foundation of the republic. If one political family could operate with special protection while federal agents were blocked, redirected, or slow-walked, then the system was never serving the people the way it claimed. According to the newly declassified material, agents were looking at alleged bribery, money laundering, foreign influence, and possible pay-to-play activity tied directly to official power. One report says Hillary Clinton was under investigation over allegations, and she pressured the Russian government on a multi-billion-dollar Boeing deal, followed soon after by a donation of up to $5 million to the Clinton Foundation. Another says agents wanted access to Huma Abedin's records and thousands of emails found on her ex-husband's laptop. But the Clinton Foundation case was shut down before they could secure that evidence. Now, if that's true, then Americans were not witnessing justice. They were watching protection for the powerful. And while we're talking about corruption, control, and what actually puts America first, there's another breaking story that you need to hear about right now. This breaking news from the White House: they just announced over $30 billion to secure America's critical mineral supply chains and named a very specific Alaskan project, right there you can see it on the screen, as a key strategic asset for U.S. mineral independence. Now, I have personally been to the Vizsla copper drilling site myself, the one that's in Canada. I've held the core samples with my own hands. But what's happening right now in Alaska is bigger than most people realize. You see, President Trump just unveiled Project Vault. You've heard me talk about it. A $12 billion strategic mineral reserve designed to stockpile essential resources and keep America strong, secure, and independent from hostile regimes. See, that puts companies tied to domestic supply chains right in focus, including Vizsla Copper. Now, they're traded in the United States, write this down, under VCUFF, and in Canada as VCU.V. And this is exactly the kind of America First move that we voted for. So if you're a Next News viewer and you're watching right now, check the exclusive briefing. It's only for you guys to see why this story is getting very serious attention right now. We thank Vizsla for supporting our work. Now let's get back to the document trail that the old establishment hoped would just stay buried. I'm going to tell you where this gets more explosive. One set of documents that were declassified, DOJ documents, reportedly shows Little Rock FBI agents may have been told the statute of limitations had expired on Uranium One related issues. And according to the reporting, that may not have been true at all under the Wartime Suspension of Limitations Act. See, in plain English, investigators may have been led to believe the clock had run out when it had not. And if that happened, it was not just a missed opportunity, it was a decision point that could have protected a political dynasty from real legal exposure. Now, you're not going to hear this on CNN. Fox probably won't even cover it either. Hans Monkey, how do you pronounce that? Someone help me out here. He writes, wow, this new release from Chuck Grassley on the Clinton Foundation is a staggering 91-page treasure trove. I just skimmed it. It's all there. Uranium One, Russia, Boeing, Haiti, Hillary's brother, and all the other stuff. And the FBI did not even open a full investigation, whereas Trump, they had one false tip about a barroom gossip from 3 months earlier, and they immediately launched a full enterprise investigation. Absolute travesty that Comey, Strzok, Atkinson, who shows up in the documents as well, and others have not been held to account. Well, as you know, the big news also today is that Comey has now been indicted. There's a warrant out for his arrest. But not necessarily related to the Clinton Foundation, but we'll take what we can get, right? The Chelsea Clinton Foundation, investigation of the Bill and Hillary Clinton Foundation. This is the Federal Bureau of Investigation, unclassified, dating back to 2016. Wow, 10 years ago. Yes, the wheels of justice, they move slowly in Washington, D.C. Unless your last name is Trump. And for everyone complaining, another letter, Grassley's press is spoon-feeding the DOJ FBI evidence of obstruction. So Grassley's file dump lays out the pattern and the double standard. Paul Sperry zeroes in on one pay-to-play allegation. Hillary allegedly leaned on Russia for the Boeing deal. Then Boeing sent millions to the Clinton Foundation. Oh, check this out. Secret docs opening the Clinton Foundation probe reveal Hillary was under investigation for a pay-to-play scheme whereby Clinton pressured the Russian government to sign a multi-billion-dollar contract with Boeing 2 months before Boeing donated up to $5 million to the Clinton Foundation. Sounds like pay-to-play to me. The Boeing-Russia threat is bad enough, but the cover-up may be even worse. Sperry says DOJ officials told FBI agents the clock had run out on Uranium One, even though the case may have still been prosecutable. Just declassified DOJ documents reveal pro-Clinton prosecutors misled Little Rock FBI agents into thinking the statute of limitations had expired, when in fact the Russia scandal and other alleged Clinton Foundation crimes may still have been prosecutable under the Wartime Suspension of Limitations Act. So it wasn't just what Hillary did, it was how the case was boxed in, and now we get the evidence agents were trying to reach Huma Abedin's records and thousands of emails tied to Clinton Foundation donors. The declassified docs reveal case agents investigating the Clinton Foundation for bribery and money laundering sought a search warrant for Hillary's aide Huma Abedin phone email records and 6,827 emails Abedin and Hillary stored on Abedin's ex-husband's laptop. The Anthony Weiner laptop, everybody. But the Clinton Foundation case was closed down before agents could get their hands on the evidence. At the DOS, Abedin acted as the gatekeeper, foreign donors to the foundation, and Secretary of State Clinton. She was also a foundation employee. So if agents were getting blocked from getting Abedin's emails, the question is who shut the door, and Sperry points to a very familiar swamp name, Michael Atkinson, tied to the decision to kill the foundation probe. Declassified FBI, DOJ, Clinton Foundation docs revealed the same Inspector General, Michael Atkinson, who relaxed the whistleblower rules and misled Congress regarding the Eric Ciaramella Adam Schiff impeachment plot, was involved in the 2016 decision to scuttle the Clinton Foundation investigation as a then DOJ prosecutor. Man, these people just keep showing up, don't they? The Atkinson role fits a bigger pattern. You guys know all too well. Now the focus shifting back to the Clinton email server and Obama's claim he knew nothing, even though the record says otherwise. The Skiff, I love this account. Obama lied and knew all about Hillary Clinton's private email server because he was using it himself, using a pseudonym email, and whitelisted Hillary's non-government and email address in his BlackBerry to receive and send emails from Hillary. The FBI found over 60,000 emails on her private, unsecured server. Over 2,000 emails contained classified information. 22 of them were considered top secret information, and Obama stated that this was not a national security threat. Hillary Clinton's best friend and advisor, Cheryl Mills, emailed John Podesta with a smoking gun on March 7th, 2015. Quote, "We need to clean this up. He has emails from her." The FBI also covered for Hillary Clinton and Obama in multiple ways, especially when seeking the emails from the private server and her devices. They asked for them. The FBI did not subpoena Hillary for her devices. This gave them time to delete as much as possible. The Clinton campaign internal email leaks then gave another smoking gun on top of the Cheryl Mills email on March 2nd, 2015, the day after the New York Times dropped that Hillary was using a private server. Clinton confidant Neera Tanden wrote to John Podesta, writing, "Why didn't they get this stuff out like 18 months ago? So crazy. Podesta, unbelievable. Tanden, I guess I know the answer. They wanted to get away with it." And then we have this. Remember WikiLeaks? FBI reports revealed that Obama used a secret pseudonym to send emails. Clinton and these emails ended up on their private server.
Obama denied knowing that Hillary Clinton was using a private email system as Secretary of State.
Mr. President, when did you first learn that Hillary Clinton used an email system outside the U.S. government for official business while she was Secretary of State?
At the same time, everybody else learned it through news reports.
Were you disappointed?
Let me just say that Hillary Clinton is and has been an outstanding public servant. She was a great Secretary of State for me. The policy of my administration is to encourage transparency, and that's why my emails, the BlackBerry that I carry around, all those records are available and archived.
President Obama says Hillary Clinton's email transgressions were careless, but not dangerous to national security.
I guarantee that there is no political influence in any investigation conducted by the Justice Department or the FBI, not just in this case, but in any case.
And she will be
full stop, period.
And she will be treated no differently.
Guaranteed, full stop.
The president's comments in that Fox News Sunday interview seemed to downplay Clinton's behavior, having a private, non-secure email server set up in her home, and then, despite warnings, using it to conduct State Department business.
I continue to believe that she has not jeopardized America's national security. Now, what I've also said is that, and she's acknowledged, that there's a carelessness in terms of managing emails that she has owned and she recognizes.
A statement that's led to even more questions among journalists. Like, is the president signaling that he knows something the public doesn't? How could he possibly know whether the secretary did or did not, in fact, jeopardize national security? So the private email server. Consider over 2,000 emails on the secretary's homebrewed server contained classified information, and 22 included top secret information.
There's classified and then there's classified. There's stuff that is really top secret, and there's stuff that is being presented to the president or the Secretary of State that you might not want on the transom or going out over the wire.
But now a newly leaked email, also from March 2015, says that Clinton's staffers were surprised by President Obama's statement that you just heard and very concerned. Clinton advisor Cheryl Mills wrote to Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta, quote, "We need to clean this up. He has emails from her. They do not say state.gov, which is the official State Department email." That's an unquote. Somebody should have flagged him on the private address. That's the way the White House system is supposed to work. Then there is the dishonesty from the Clinton camp itself. On March 2nd, the day after the New York Times reported that Secretary of State Clinton used a private email server on the job to conduct national business, Clinton confidant Neera Tayden wrote to Podesta, quote, "Why didn't they get this stuff out like 18 months ago? So crazy."
So crazy indeed that we're still talking about this. The email server story was not carelessness. Protection from the top down. Now the angle widens with Tulsi Gabbard's declassified material fueling claims that Obama team weaponized the intelligence. The conspiracy orchestrated by Hillary Clinton to overthrow the United States government, approved by Barack Obama, carried out by his syndicate. And of course, there were no assassination attempts on Barack or Susan Rice, Brennan, Clapper, Comey. Zero assassination attempts on Hillary. They funded the KKK and Nazi groups to attack democracy. Guess where the treachery, sedition, and assassination attempts are coming from? And when it all falls, they call it staged. President Trump posting this on July 18th of 2025.
Tulsi Gabbard declassified documents today from before and after the 2016 election, promising they would show the American people how intelligence was politicized and weaponized by some key figures in the Obama administration. She talks about it in an interview airing on Hannity this evening.
You have some of the most powerful people in our country directly leading at the helm, President Obama and his senior-most national security cabinet, essentially making a very intentional decision to create this manufactured, politicized piece of intelligence.
According to the documents, August 31st, 2016, a Homeland Security official tells then DNI James Clapper that there was, quote, no indication of a Russian threat to directly manipulate the actual vote count.
If that was the machine working behind the scenes, here's Hillary saying the quiet part out loud in public when she admits that social media censorship is needed and why losing control scares her.
Platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter X or Instagram or TikTok, whatever they are, if they don't moderate and monitor the content, we lose total control. And it's not just the social and psychological effects, it's real harm.
Harm to who, Hillary? Your credibility? Then comes the pattern. Reporting on the declassified files says Michael Atkinson, later infamous to conservatives for his role in the first Trump impeachment drama, was involved as a DOJ prosecutor in the 2016 decision to shut down the Clinton Foundation investigation. Add that to the renewed focus on Hillary's private server, the tens of thousands of emails, the lack of aggressive subpoenas, and the resurfaced claim that Barack Obama knew more than he admitted when he was president, and the picture comes clear. It was not just about an email server or a foundation donation. It was about protecting a political network, shielded by friendly insiders while President Trump was hit with full-force federal aggression over far less. See, that's the real scandal, and America can see it more clearly now, even though it took 10 years. So the bottom line is very simple. No new charges have been announced, but the paper trail is getting harder to ignore. The American people, we deserve answers. Under President Trump, the era of automatic deference to the permanent ruling class is over. The same crowd that lectured you about democracy and censorship and protecting institutions now finds itself exposed by its own documents. And yes, Hillary Clinton's resurfaced comment about social media control tells you everything you need to know about how these people think. They do not want debate. They want control. If you want to bypass big tech suppression, text raw feed to the number on the screen right there, 844-840-4963, so you can get direct updates sent straight to your phone. No suppression, just from me. Then share this report. Subscribe and comment below. Do you believe the Clinton Foundation probe was deliberately shut down, yes or no? And check out the Next News merch shelf below this video. Stay loud, stay fearless, and keep fighting for the truth and for America.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this. Share this now.